All right, man. Apparently, the Detroit Lions was affected by the New Jersey lab that had put off false positives in the National Football League. The teams that were known to be affected were the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna read this article real quick, and then I'm gonna kind of tell you what's being said. I'll put it on the screen as well. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. It says that the NFL announces COVID testing irregularities. Lions not impacted, but they were. All right. The NFL announced Sunday morning there were irregularities with the COVID testing for several teams serviced through a third-party provider, BioReference. The testing results, all coming from the laboratory in New Jersey, produced several unexpected positive tests for multiple teams. Although the expectations is there are false positives, the league is taking precautions, canceling practices for those clubs. Clubs are taking immediate precautionary measures as outlined in the NFL and NFLPA's health and safety protocol to include contract tracing, isolation of individuals, and temporary adjusting the schedule where appropriate. The league said in a statement that other laboratories used NFL testing have not had the similar results. So word of the testing irregularities was news to Lions coach Matt Patricia minutes before the team was set to start in its Sunday practice. The team was apparently not impacted by the Jersey lab. Amongst the team impacted were the Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns, canceled practice, which reported 9 false positives. The Lions needed to place 8 players on the COVID reserves list, reporting to training camp at the end of July. The team hasn't had a positive test in more than 3 weeks. All of the 8 players have since been activated. So that's in the Detroit news. But Albert Breer said that's a lie. The Lions were impacted, and they had 1 player that did test positive through the Jersey lab BioReference. So apparently Matt Patricia wasn't aware, or he was lying. I'm going to just start on the caution and say he wasn't aware that they had 1 player that did have a false positive test. So, or at least it's thought to be a false positive. So somewhere it got, probably got, messed up in the lab or whatever. Or somebody didn't handle the specimens the right way and they got contaminated was the word that I was looking for. So, I mean, at the same time, it's only 1 player, so they probably asked that player to leave practice or to go quarantine and isolate itself. So it could have been a lot worse. You could have had 9 players, could have had 10 players, you know what I'm saying? But I do think a lot of the players around the National Basketball Association, National Football Association, and the National Hockey League, any other sports that's going on, I think the majority of these guys had it, and some people knew it and some people didn't know it. So the testing is still not 100% sure, still iffy. It's really probably at this point a 60-40 shot that it's, 100% effective. But a lot of people get false positives. A lot of people get false negatives. And, this virus is very, very tricky. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, that player is able to get healthy, get clear, and there only was a false positive. So it's funny that Patricia didn't even know it, but I'm pretty sure he don't know about the testing protocols. That's something that Rod Wood, the team president, handles and all that, facilitates that. So hopefully BioReference get it together and, Chicago and Cleveland go back to practice and not affect their practice time at all. But, hey, I know them players happy as hell they ain't got to go to practice today. But, hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate is share the video. Let me know what you guys think. We're going.